raising tax their way. A state here in Nevada, the Constitution, that income tax, take our guns away. They hate the Second Amendment. And what's very important to me is if it was up to them, they would have men and women's sports here in Nevada. Absolutely. So I want to tell you, 4 years ago, Governor Lombardo and I ran for election to be the governor and lieutenant governor of this state, and we were the only governor and lieutenant governor team in the country to beat incumbent Democrats. That's how big that election was. And for the last 3.5 years, for the last 2 legislative sessions, the governor and I have stood and fought to keep the Democrat agenda from becoming this state, which is what California is. They want to bring California policies here to Nevada. Yep. And I'm very proud of the women that came together to create my lieutenant governor's task force to protect female athletes. And we did a lot in this state to protect our female athletes. In fact, those women on that task force came together and convinced the Nevada Intercollegiate Athletic Association to ban boys and girls sports in high school. And that's the way it is today in Nevada, and I'm proud of that. So I'm proud to have the endorsement of President Trump for re-election. Governor Lombardo is proud to have the endorsement of President Trump for re-election. We must beat the Democrat Party, the Democrat Socialist Party in this state. We are the only ones. You are the only ones standing in their way. And I guarantee you, because of this turnout today, we are going to be victorious come November. But we need you to show up, to vote, to get your friends, to get your neighbors. We need to keep our state Republican. So thank you for what you do. Thank you for coming out and welcoming our president. God bless all of you. God bless Nevada. God bless the great country of the United States of America. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Nevada State Senator Carrie Buck.
Good afternoon, Nevada! I'm State Senator Carrie Buck, and I am running to defeat career politician Dina Titus in Nevada's 1st Congressional District. It is an honor to welcome President Donald J. Trump back to Las Vegas. Mr. President, thank you for returning to the Silver State and for never forgetting the hardworking people who keep Nevada running. That same commitment to serve Nevadans, fight for them, and give them a voice has guided my entire life. I began my career teaching 5th grade in North Las Vegas. As a principal, I helped transform one of the lowest performing schools in Nevada into one of the best in the state. Then I expanded educational opportunities for thousands of children and took that fight for parents and children to the state Senate. I'm also a wife of a retired deputy police chief and the mother of 4 sons, including a Green Beret, Army Ranger, and a combat medic. Faith, family, and service are not political slogans in our home. They are the values we live every single day. I've spent my career serving Nevada families. Dina Titus has spent hers serving the Washington establishment. After decades in office, Washington has worked very well for Dina Titus, but Dina Titus has not worked for Nevadans. She's not worked for you. When President Trump delivered no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, the child tax credit, and historic tax relief for working families, Dina Titus voted against it every single time, every single penny of it. Then she dismissed hardworking Nevadans who rely on tips as just a small number of people. Now, Dina Titus may see a small number of people, but I see the backbone of Nevada. I see servers, bartenders, valet workers, hotel workers, and families who keep our economy moving, who strengthen our communities, and make Nevada the greatest state in America. They deserve a fighter who sees them, who hears them, and will always have their backs. And that's why I'm running for Congress. I'm ready to carry their voices to Washington and fight for Nevada families. I'm asking for your vote in November. Vote Carrie Buck for Congress. And together, we will make Washington work for Nevada and send Dina Titus to retirement. Thank you. God bless our president. God bless America. God bless Nevadans. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage award-winning composer Marty O'Donnell.
Should have played some Halo music, but that's okay. Wow. This is amazing. Look at this crowd. This will be the biggest crowd I ever speak in front of. This feels a little bit like when I was at Abbey Road recording with Paul McCartney, but that's a story for another day, so we won't get into that. I am Marty O'Donnell. I'm here to retire Susie Lee. Thank you. I want to thank President Trump for coming to Nevada, for letting me speak today. This is an amazing honor and privilege, and it's also great that he's here in the district that I'm going to represent to Washington. District 3, right here. So for those of you who don't know me very well, I'm Marty O'Donnell. Like I said, I'm running for Congress in District 3, and I had a career making music that millions of people listen to in some very popular video games, Halo and Destiny. Thank you. A few nerds out there in the audience. Now, there's one other thing you might not know. I also had a career doing TV jingles. For those of you who grew up in the 80s or 90s, or maybe at least were around in the 80s and 90s, you would have heard a jingle that goes, "We are Flintstones kids, 10 million strong." Thank you. So people know. Yes, exactly. Now, the little girl who sang, "And growing," was my daughter. And she grew up and had 2 grandsons for me, so that she grew up. That was great. She and growing herself. You might wonder why I am doing this. I sort of wonder why I'm doing this too. But I'll tell you in one phrase why I'm doing it. My grandkids. This is why I'm running. I look around. I have 3 grandsons, all born right here in the district. And they are my pride and joy, of course. Both my daughters live here. And I look at what's happened in this country. The country has drifted from its roots. It's drifted over time. And you know what I'm talking about. It used to be one good job was enough to raise a family, to buy a house, to maybe take your kids on vacation once a year. And that's not the case anymore, and it should be. Now it's 2 incomes just to like tread water. And we have to get that stopped. You know, young couples cannot buy a home anymore. It's so difficult. Now, this is why we have to vote the Republicans back in and get the majority. Keep the majority. Keep the majority. The reason is President Trump and his administration has already done so much. Lowered taxes, brought American jobs back for American workers and American families. He's just done a tremendous job. We got to give him a solid 4 years to keep this thing going, to keep this fight going. It's just unbelievable to me that there's even a question about this. Now, he was able to do this over the last 2 years pretty much without any help from the other side, and I mean none. And we all know where Susie Lee lands in on all this stuff. She voted against the bill that cuts taxes. She voted against no tax on tips for our workers here in Nevada. She basically supported the potentially biggest tax rise in the history of the country, and she's got to go. So let me just say that this situation in Washington, D.C., I'm not sure how many people in D.C. even feel what we're feeling. What do they feel when they go to the grocery store? Nothing. What do they feel when the rent check comes due? I don't think they're feeling this. We feel it, and we got to change this. But this wasn't something that I think happened in just, the last decade. This isn't one Congress that has done this. Both sides have drifted away from what our country was founded on. For the last, at least, for most of my lifetime, I've seen our country drift, and we have to change it. And I would say, in honor of Charlie Kirk, I also want to talk about one of the most important things Charlie reminded us of is that our country is adrift because we've drifted from God. 250 years ago, our founders knew exactly how this works. They said something truly revolutionary because they said, they talked about that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that we're endowed by our Creator with these rights, freedom being one of them. So what does that mean? It means that, and by the way, our Creator also at one point told us, and we know this, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So freedom itself is a gift. Freedom itself comes from the mind of God, not from the mind of man. Truth will set you free. Taking the Fifth Amendment will not set you free, by the way. So, and we're doing this, not for ourselves. We're here to do what we need to do for our kids and our grandkids, period. So, thank you. So, I need your vote. all the Republicans need your vote. You need to hold the line, keep the faith, and finish the fight. My name is Marty O'Donnell. I'm running for Congress in the 3rd Congressional District of Nevada. Thank you for coming. God bless you all, and God bless America. See you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Governor of Nevada, Joe Lombardo.
So they finally got my walkout music right. That's awesome. I don't know if anybody remembers, I tried to get AC/DC at the Super Bowl and I was denied. Well, good afternoon, Nevada. So I know Pastor Tice spoke about Officer Abdel Nabi a few moments ago. No, we're not booing. We're not booing him. He's the officer that passed away here recently. And I asked if we had a moment of silence, and he said we had not. So I would like your indulgence for a moment of silence for Officer Austin. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your indulgence. So my team has advised me to stay on script because that way the Democrats can't clip my comments and make their own videos. So, yeah, they still will. But thank you. It's in times like this we must come together and stand with our brothers and sisters in law enforcement. And I hope you will join my wife and I in praying for Officer Abdel Nabi's family, loved ones, and colleagues. And the next time you see a law enforcement officer, please thank them for their service and sacrifice to our state. With that, it's a pleasure to welcome President Trump to Las Vegas today. It's great to welcome him back to Nevada. Meanwhile, with President Trump's leadership and partnership, we had productive conversations. And you're saying, what does he say that? Why does he say that? Because you remember the previous administration, unfortunately. There were several attempts to talk to the previous administration in my position as your governor, and it fell on deaf ears. No conversation took place. It was only one way, me asking to have a conversation. With President Trump in office, that communication is reciprocal. It's reciprocal. And more often than not, we've had conversations about things, reference all things Nevada, and he has always taken my phone call. He's always taken my phone call. And that's the way the partnership at the state level needs to be with at the federal level in order for our country to move forward. In order for our country to move forward. You know, I was asked a question by a young man back here that's running all the AV audio visual, and he says, what is the thing that surprised you most about being in the position of governor? And I said how government is stagnant, how government is failing to do its job because of partisanship, And we are in the business of doing the right thing for the right reasons in the state of Nevada and as the Republican Party. We are not in the business of trying to buy votes. We are not in the business of trying to buy votes as the Democratic Party is currently doing. My focus has always been, as your governor, has always been simple: to make Nevada the best state in America to live in, to work in, and to raise a family in. That's why I'm proud with the partnership we built with President Trump, his administration, to advance the priorities that matter most to Nevadans. When federal decisions threatened Nevada's solar industry and thousands of good-paying jobs, I spoke to President Trump directly about it. He listened, understood what was at stake for Nevada, and took action. That's what real partnerships looks like. And because of it, those projects moved forward and those jobs were provided. But here in Nevada, more broadly, we're growing. The economy is growing. We've created 100,000 new jobs in Nevada post-pandemic. And you heard the Lieutenant Governor, we had made a promise in a partnership that we would not raise taxes under our administration. And that has not occurred in the last 4 years. You know, it's interesting enough, my opponent, whose name shall not be mentioned, his proposal was evaluated on how he was going to move the economy forward in Nevada, and that proposal was $18 billion. So let me ask you something. How are we going to pay for that? Taxes. Taxes. To the tune of $14,000 for each and every one of you on an annual basis. There you go. There's the line of the day right there. That is the line of the day right there. Send them home. So here's an important piece. You know, I quite often get criticized over there, but I actually wear it as a badge of honor, and that is my veto record. And I've professed that vetoes is bad government. It's a testament of bad government. But they're necessary in today's environment. When a piece of legislation would reach my desk and it was taking Nevada in the wrong direction, it was only appropriate to veto that legislation. It was only appropriate to veto that legislation. And the core reasons why those vetoes were imposed was higher costs, more government mandates, and more California-style policies on our state. Those vetoes protected Nevada families, businesses, and taxpayers. I spent the last 3.5 years protecting Nevada from becoming California. Meanwhile, my opponent is proudly endorsed by Gavin Newsom. We're also working to strengthen confidence in our elections. This November, Nevadans will have the opportunity to make voter ID part of our Constitution. So it's interesting how it's going to be done. It's going to be done. So the dichotomy there is my opponent was asked whether he would support voter ID, and he said no. Furthermore, President Trump and I share commitment to public safety and the rule of law. I have made it clear that Nevada is not a sanctuary jurisdiction. And it will never be a sanctuary jurisdiction under my leadership. And we are working closely with our federal partners to ensure immigration enforcement focuses on removing dangerous criminals from our communities. So with President Trump's partnership, we've been delivering real results that are making a real difference for Nevada families. And now, as we approach November, the choice before our state could be no more clear. We work hard to build a stronger economy, create jobs, lower taxes, reduce regulations, and make governments more accountable. On top of that, a recent review of Ford's policy proposals found that nearly half closely resemble proposals advanced by the Democratic Socialists of America. Believe me, we got to take that enthusiasm to the ballot. Because you're starting to see across America, as early as last night in Michigan, the DSA are being successful in elections. We got to ensure that does not happen in the state of Nevada. That's not the Nevada we believe in, correct? So in November, we have a choice. You have a choice to get up off the couch. You have a choice to walk to the ballot and cast your vote. The most important thing you can remember from today is your vote makes a difference. And it's very important for each and every one of us, inclusive of myself and my family, that we get up off the couch, get down to the ballot, cast our vote, because it will make a difference if we all express that enthusiasm. So I'm Joe Lombardo. So there was a little pun in that. I'm Joe Lombardo, I'm your governor, and I would appreciate your vote. I love you guys. I love each and every one of you, and God bless you. Thank you.
working hard. Yeah, right, picture that with a Kodak. Or better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with a Kodak. Took my life from negative to positive, I just want y'all to know that. And tonight, let's enjoy life. Pitbull, Naya, Neo, that's right.
I want all of you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight.
Forget what they say or what games they play. Nothing is enough tonight.
Let's do it tonight.
I want you tonight. I want you today. I want you tonight.
Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything.
Take advantage of the night, cause tomorrow I'm also due battle, perform for a princess. But tonight, I can make you my queen and make love to you endless. It's insane the way the name growing, money keep flowing. Hustlers moving silent, so I'm tiptoeing. So keep blowing, I got it locked up like Lindsay Lohan. Put it on my life, baby. I'm gonna get you right, baby. Can't promise tomorrow, but I promise tonight. Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And baby, I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
I want all of you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight.
Forget what they say or what games they play. Nothing is enough tonight.
Let's do it tonight.
I want you tonight. I want you today. I want you.
Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight.
Reach for the stars, and if you don't grab them, at least you fall on top of the world. Think about it, cause if you slip, I'm gonna fall on top of your girl. When I'm involved with the deeper than the Masons, baby, and it ain't no secret. My family's from Cuba, but I'm an American. I don't get money like secrets. Put it on my life, baby. I'll make it feel right, baby. Can't promise tomorrow, but I promise tonight. Darling. Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And baby, I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
I want all of you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight.
Forget what they say or what games they play. Nothing is enough tonight.
Let's do it tonight.
I want you tonight. I want you today. I want you.
Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight.
Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And baby, I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock.
Yeah.
You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself.
Standing in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. recklessly thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. And you're never gonna know if you never even try.
Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause there's gonna be a day when you're
Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the God's flame, and the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be a champion, be a champion, be a champion, be a champion of the Hall of Fame. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the God's flame, and the world's gonna know your name. You'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be a champion, you can be the best. You can be a champion, you know it's just. You can be a champion, you can be a champion, you know it's just. You can be a champion, you can be the clock. You can be a champion, you can break rocks. You can be a champion, you can wake up. Then be a champion, standing in the Hall of Fame. You check my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Couldn't it rage with ball of fire? I left in love, but I thought it was funny. But you came along and you moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Couldn't it rage and grit and balls of fire? Kiss me, baby. Ooh, it feels good. Hold me, baby. Yeah, you gotta let me love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. I won't tell this world that you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my lip, I twiddle my thumb. I'm getting nervous, honey, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, you drive me crazy. Couldn't it read your great balls of fire? Kiss me, baby. Ooh, feels good. Yeah. Let me love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. I'm gonna tell this world that you're mine, 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 mine. But you my nail, Lord, I twiddle my thumb. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, you're driving me crazy. Couldn't it reach and rip all the fire?
You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. You don't own me. Don't say I can't go with other boys. And don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to say. And please, when I go out with you, don't put me on display. 'Cause you don't own me. Don't try to change me in any way. You don't own me. Don't tie me down, 'cause I'd never stay. I'm gonna Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Just because you can. You could have your choice of men, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you, and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Even though you can, Jolene,
if everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody'd be surfing like California. You'd see them wearing their baggies, Warachi sandals too, a bushy, bushy blonde hairdo, surfing USA. You'll catch them surfing at Del Ventura County line, Santa Cruz and Trail, Australia, Caribbean, all over Manhattan, and down the Meany Way. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. We'll all be planning out a route we're gonna take real soon. We're waxing down our surfboard, we can't wait for June. We'll all be gone for the summer, we're on safari to stay. Tell the teacher we're surfing, surfing USA. And Anchor Keys and inside, outside, Pacific Palisades, inside, outside, San Onofre and Sunset, outside, Redondo Beach, LA, inside, outside, all over La Jolla, outside, at Waimea Bay, inside, outside. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. USA. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. Yeah, everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. Yeah, everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA. Come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. Yes, I say come on over, baby, baby, you can't go wrong. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. Well, I say come on over, baby, we got chicken in the corner. Woo, huh? Come on over, baby, well, they got the bull by the horn. We ain't faking, whole lot of shaking going on. Yeah, let's shake, baby, shake. I said shake, baby, shake. I said shake it, baby, shake it. Let's shake, make it shake. Come on over, whole lot of shaking going on. Oh, let's go. Shake it, baby. Yeah. You can shake it one time for me. Yeah, have to come over, baby. Whoa, I'll shake it going on. Now let's get real low one time now. Shake it, baby, shake it. All you gotta do, honey, is kind of stand in one spot. Wiggle around just a little bit. And that's when you got it. Yeah. Whoa, now let's go one time. Shake it, baby, shake it. Shake it, baby, shake it. I know my mind is made up, so put away your makeup. Told you once, I won't tell you again. It's the bad way. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. You don't have to put on the red light.
creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
I'm gonna bring it tonight.
The foulest stenches in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver, for no mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Hold me close, hold me tight, make me thrill with delight. Let me know where I stand from the start. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. And every time that you're near, all my cares disappear. Darling, you're all that I'm living for. I want you, I need you, I love you more and more. I thought I could live without romance until you came to me. But now I know that I will go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be my own? Never leave me alone, 'cause I die every time we're apart. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. Well, I thought I could live without romance until you came to me. But now I know that I will go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be my own? Never leave me alone, 'cause I die every time we're apart. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart.
always love you. But long as there are stars above you, you never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure about it. God only knows what I'd be without you. If you should ever leave me, though life will still go on, believe me, the world could show nothing to me. So what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. Leave me, the life would still go on, believe me, the world could show nothing to me, so what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. God only knows what I'd be without. God only knows what I'd be. God only knows what I'd be without. God only knows what I'd be. God only knows what I'd be without. God only knows what I'd be without.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the CEO of the UFC, Dana White.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming out today. I am Dana White. I grew up in this town. And after I graduated high school, I worked at the Golden Nugget. I was a valet. I was a bellman. And, I lived on tips. I know what it's like when every dollar matters. And I know what it feels like when you work hard all day and you're hoping those tips were good, because that's what pays the bills. And that's why this issue was very personal for me. No Tax on Tips program is about letting hardworking Americans keep more of that money that they've earned. Whether you're a server, a bartender, a valet, or one of the thousands of incredible casino employees who keep this city running, you've earned that money. I've spent my whole life around hardworking people, and when I leave someone a tip, I want that money going to them, not the government. That's exactly what No Tax on Tips is all about. The second initiative is Trump accounts. For the first time, every newborn American child will have the opportunity to begin building wealth from day one. These accounts aren't just about investing money. They're about investing in our kids. They give families a head start, teach children about saving, investing, and building wealth, and help people prepare the next generation to succeed by putting money back into your pockets. Strengthen our economy and create more opportunity for American families. The President promised to make it a priority to do what's best for you, your family, and our country. And both of these much-needed programs accomplish that, and that's why I am so proud to be here today. Las Vegas, it is my honor to introduce the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, I'm seeing a shining sea. From Detroit down to Houston, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say,
Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and congratulations on getting in, because you got thousands of people outside, and you got lucky. Would anybody like to give up their location to somebody outside? No? Okay, I figured. I wouldn't do it either. But I want to thank the great, he really is one and only, Dana White, and I want to say a big hello to Las Vegas. You know, Dana had the most successful fight in history the other night at the White House. We had the White House as a little backdrop, and there were some of the greatest fights anyone's ever seen. You saw Justin Gaethje. You saw some of those fights. Every one of them was incredible. But it was the thrill of the White House. It was the whole thing. It was just, I don't think it will ever be duplicated again. It was the most successful fight, they say, ever. Although I think Mike Tyson, he's here someplace, he had some pretty damn good ones. So I better be careful. He might have topped us once or twice, Iron Mike. But I'm thrilled to be back in the great state of Nevada, where thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots are just doing their thing. But before we begin, I want to send our love and heartfelt prayers to the family and loved ones of the brave, I hear he was an incredible young man, Las Vegas police officer, Austin, Abdel Nabi. A lot of you knew him. who was shot and killed in the line of duty yesterday afternoon. It was a big deal, a big story, and it should be a big story. And gunned down by a savage criminal at just 30 years old. And Austin died a hero, and he will never be forgotten, never going to be forgotten. So, to every law enforcement officer here today, we thank you for your service, and we say God bless the men and women of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and, frankly, all of law enforcement. With the help of so many Nevada patriots here today, we have a lot of them. In 2024, we won the state in a landslide. It was a big, beautiful, well, no tax on tips didn't hurt, did it? Remember I said it, and by the way, I said it and I got it done. You know, a lot of people say it, they don't get it done. But I remember I said it, then about a month and a half, 2 months later, she came out and she said, that's Kamala, because by this time Biden was gone. He went bye-bye. And Kamala came out. She said, no tax on tips. What does that mean? She didn't know what it meant. And people cast her aside. They didn't believe it. She was a little late. She was a little bit late. But right now, it's one of the best things. I mean, it's one of the greatest things. People are making a lot of money. No tax on tips, and it's great. And the best thing, and the thing I'm most proud of, because a lot of people would say it's a little bit, tends to be a Democrat state, but not when I'm running, because we had more votes than any candidate in the history of Nevada. Actually, by far. By far. So every day since, I've been fighting for the people of Nevada like no president has ever fought before, and the people of our country. When we took office, we inherited a total catastrophe. Biden and the radical left, Democrats, I call them Democrats because their policies are so dumb. You exchange the E with a U, and nobody knows that dumb doesn't have a B. Democrats. I can't imagine I didn't think about that 10 years ago when I started this whole situation. But the Democrats created the worst inflation in 48 years. They had the worst inflation. I inherited those high prices, just so you understand. I inherited them. Wide open borders with millions of people pouring in from all over the globe, from drug dealers and people in prison. They opened up their prisons from all over the world, including from the world's worst prisons, mental institutions, insane asylums. We had transgender for everybody. We had men playing in women's sports. How's that one? We had a big win on that, as you know, in the Supreme Court. Crime was ravaging our cities, and the whole world was laughing at us. But they're not laughing anymore. They're not laughing anymore. They don't laugh. They don't laugh anymore. We had a president that nobody respected. Nobody thought anything about him. Everybody took advantage of him. Everybody took advantage of him. It was sad, actually, including his own family took advantage of him. But America's respected again like we have never been respected before. We've never been respected at this level before. And less than 2 years ago, and you've heard this said, this was said by the King of Saudi Arabia, he told me, a year ago. That time the dates were a little different, but the statement was the same. He said, President, a year ago, your country was dead. It was a dead country. We never thought it was coming back. And now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. It's true. You have the hottest country. And I'm not getting credit from the fake news for what I've done. I never have gotten credit. I don't get credit. Dana, I don't get any credit for anything. Everything I do, even prescription drug prices, where they're down 4, 5, 600, think of it, 600%. Favored nations. We had the highest prices in the world, and now we have the lowest prices. The press won't write about it. They don't give me any credit. But look at the bright side. I'm president, so you gave me credit. Right? You gave me. Like, you know, you had a big election last night. and a lot of people running, and I endorsed a lot of candidates. And the end result, I was 28 wins and 1 loss. It was a little bit of a person that I thought was a good person. Didn't have much of a chance, but I said, I don't care, I'm doing it anyway. Good person, very good, very respected, but nobody knew who the person was. But it was 28 and 1 last night on endorsements, and numerous of them were outliers. You know, an outlier is a person that doesn't have a chance. But if you studied the fake news today, you'd think that it was just the opposite. It was like 1 in 28. No, it was 28 and 1 last night. And I have to be truthful, because if I'm not truthful, look at all the press. I have a lot of press here. Well, this is all on live television. Every word, if you make one little mistake, one little exaggeration, they go after you with... Now, when Biden made mistakes, that's all he did is make mistakes. Nobody ever went after him. But all they talked about was the one, and that's why they call them the fake news. You know, it's just pretty bad. But they really do want to, you take a look at the facts. They don't want to see, they don't want to have you see the facts, because what we've done is really amazing. We will really put it all together like you've never seen, and that's what we've been doing. We put it together at levels that have never been seen in this country before. Just yesterday it was announced that American exports are totally on fire in a positive way. This is a positive fire, not a negative. Sometimes you say, oh, that's too bad, you know. They'll say, that's too bad, it's on fire. It's on fire in a very positive way, and they've skyrocketed exports to the highest level in American history. Think of that, exports. Think of that. Think of what that means. Exports have gone to the highest level in history. That means somebody's doing a good job, because we didn't have good exports. 2 years ago, we didn't have anything like that. We were dead. The United States is on track to export unprecedented $2.5 trillion in goods this year alone, something everyone thought was impossible. Just a number like that was not even thinkable. If I ever said it, I wouldn't have even said it, because even I didn't think we could do that well, but we did. And I want to thank all of the policies and all of the things we put it together between the tariffs that have been, the tariffs have made us rich. Remember, I used to say that tariffs are my favorite word. I love tariffs. They're my favorite word in the dictionary, tariff. I love tariffs, right? Because we've been screwed by tariffs used against us for years by China, by Japan, by South Korea, by Germany, by everybody, by Canada. Canada's nasty. They are. They're nasty. People think Canada, they're nasty. People, I love the people, but they're nasty. Nasty leadership. And Mexico, they all did it to us. But now that doesn't work anymore, because we turned the table on everybody, and that's why you're seeing numbers like you've never seen before. This week, as an example, it was announced that manufacturing is exploding at the fastest pace in many years. Nobody thought this would ever happen again. Do you remember, did you ever hear of a man named Barack Hussein Obama? He said, we will never be a manufacturing country again. And he meant it. He meant it. It was pathetic what had happened. Our businesses were stolen by foreign countries. They're all coming back. They're coming roaring back. More automobile factories are being built in the United States right now than at any time in the history of our country. Think of that. We didn't have a plant built for years, and now we have more plants. They're all coming back from Germany, from South Korea, from Japan, from Canada, and from Mexico, from all over. They're coming back, because if they don't, they have to pay massive tariffs at the gate. I call them tariffs at the gate. But it is true, I was criticized very badly because I said it was my favorite word. They said, what about God? What about wife? Family, what about all of the things that make your life so wonderful? So I moved it to my 5th favorite word, and now, no, the press was, the press was killing me. I'll never forget, I said, tariff's my favorite word, I love it, I got killed. But now I say it's number 5. And I'm in good shape. But it's made us rich. It's made us rich. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars. More importantly, in order to not pay the tariff, all these companies are moving in and building their plants, a lot of them being built in Nevada, a lot of them. And that man right there, Mr. Wall, please stand up. Look at him. He's a rich guy. Could you believe it? You know what? He's a rich guy because he must have been to 300 rallies, I think more than that. He's loaded. You had him checked out, a little bit shaky there. I'm saying, what's with that guy with the Wall outfit? I'm going to get one of their. I'm going to wear it one day, I'm telling you. And they checked him out. They said, sir, he's a very rich man. He has to be. He goes to so many rallies. And we do love you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And our great front row Joes and our great women from North Carolina, they travel all over the place. They're loaded. They're beautiful. I don't know what the hell's going on with their home life, but they travel. They've gone to hundreds of these. But here in Nevada, we've created over 40,000 new jobs and lifted nearly 100,000 Nevadans off of food stamps. And they don't want to be on food stamps because they've got new jobs. They've got jobs. They don't need food stamps. Last month, inflation dropped at the fastest rate it's dropped in many years, and more Americans are working today. So the biggest thing for this whole thing, more Americans are working in the United States right now than at any point in the history of our country. Think of that. Think of it. You don't hear that. I saw polls today on television. I say, Donald Trump polls on the economy aren't good. The economy is the greatest economy we've ever had by far. The economy aren't good. They're fake polls, just like fake writers. But think of it. And his stance on immigration. Immigration. In 30 days, I stopped millions and millions of people from invading our country. Think of it. Our country was being invaded. 25 million people poured through our southern border, and they came from jails, and they were drug dealers, and they were people from mental institutions. They were mental institutions all over the world, not just South America, all over the world. They opened their doors, they brought them into the southern border, and they released them into our country. We're getting them all out. They're all getting out very fast. They're all getting out very fast. But think of it. Nobody ever thought a thing like this could happen. And in the last 15 months, and these are reports, and you've heard me say this before, it's 14, it's 13, it's 12, depending, but now it's 15 months, right? Not one person has been allowed to come into our country illegally. And that's been done by the Democrats who do the reports. I'm sure they're happy with it. Can't have a country without a border. Can't have a country without a border. And you can't have a country without free and fair elections, too. So we want voter ID, and we want proof of citizenship. But we're rocking, we're rolling. This country is great. What's happening to this country is great. And, ultimately, they're not going to be able to stop this because what's happening is too good. But think of that. I got criticized on immigration. When I took over, millions of people were pouring into our country. Millions. And they weren't necessarily, I don't want to say it, but they weren't necessarily the people you want, because they did. They came from jails from all over the world. They came from all of these different places. Drug deals, 11,888 murders, 50%, more than 50%, of whom created or killed more than 2 people. So think of this. So you had 11,880. That's the number of murderers that came in, according to every statistic. And we checked the charts. 11,888 murderers. Many of these people killed more than 1 or 2 people. And do you think they're going to be great citizens or not? They came in totally unchecked, totally unvetted, and our country was a mess. Our country was going down, and now our country is really, it's strong again, and it's respected again. And the stock market has set 74 all-time highs just since our short time that we've been back. You know, we had the greatest economy in the history of our country in my first term. You know that. This is going to blow it away. It already is, I think, but this is blowing it away. 74, the highest stock markets in history. Yesterday went up almost 1,000 points, right? And the typical American 401k is up much more than $30,000 and setting records day after day, week after week. And more money is being invested right now in the United States than at any time in the history of our country. Money is pouring into it. They want to invest in the United States. Before, they wanted to de-invest. They wanted their money out. That's what was happening. People were taking their money out. Now they're all putting it in. They love the safety of this country as run properly by us. And it's not me, it's us, because you're the people that built the country, believe me. In 4 long years of sleepy Joe Biden and the very corrupt, and it was the most corrupt administration, they got less than $1 trillion of new investment in our country. So think of this. 4 years, not 1 year, 4 years, less than $1 trillion invested. And it was going down. They would have had de-investment, it's called. In 1 year, so he had 4 years, less than 1. In 1 year, my administration secured commitments of more than $19.2 trillion in new investment from all over the globe. And that's a record that's 5 times greater than any country in history. Think of that. You know, the sad part is, I say this to Dana because he understands, I say it to Fertitta. The brothers, they're smart too. What a beautiful families. Are they loaded? They're loaded. They own this hotel, you know. They own this beautiful hotel, which I'm sure is doing well because everything they have does well. And a guy like Phil Ruffin's here, one of the greatest gamblers in the world, but also one of the greatest businessmen in the world. He made a fortune here, but he made a fortune every place he goes. He just makes money. I don't know. He's a money machine. The great Phil Ruffin. And Alexandra, his much more incredible wife. I'm more impressed by her. But Phil has made a fortune no matter where he went. Everything he touches turns to gold. He's incredible. We have incredible people here. But right here in Nevada, General Motors and lithium, Americans are investing up to $1.6 billion to build the Thacker Pass mine. Many people in this audience are going to be working there, and you are working there. And Forge Industries and others are investing $150 million in manufacturing facilities in north of Las Vegas. And we have, in just this small area, you have your governor here today, in just this small, who's running, and will you please win by a big number? Where's our governor? Where's our governor? He's doing a great job. You got to get him. He's in a re-election. I can't believe time flies so fast, Governor. Huh? Very importantly for the people of the state, with the help of our Republican majorities in Congress, last year I signed the great, big, beautiful bill giving you the largest tax cuts in American history. You got no tax on tips that Dana was talking about. So if you're a waiter, a waitress, a bartender, a bellhop, a caddy — I love caddies — a valet, a hotel worker, taxi driver in Las Vegas or anywhere else, anywhere, you pay 0 taxes on your tipped income. You know, I was having dinner with a group of people, including Ruffin, and we were talking, a lot of people, smart people, and beautiful waitress came over. I'm not allowed to say that today, but I'll say it anyway. She was beautiful. What can I say? She was beautiful. In my place, steak, good steak, by the way. So we're eating, and this beautiful young lady walks over, and I said, "How you doing? Everything good?" "Sir, they're taxing me to death." I said, "Really? What are they taxing? They're taxing my tips." "Sir, they should have no tax on tips." I said, "Say it again. Say those words again." "Sir, they should have no tax on tips." I said, boy, that got me. I think that, Governor, I think that might have got me this massive victory that we had in this state. And I went out, and we had those people. See all those people back there, the fake news? And in the middle of my meal, I gathered them together right outside the door of the steakhouse. And I said, "Are you ready to go?" "Yes, yes, sir, we're ready." The cameras. "We will have no tax on tips." And it became an overnight sensation. That's how it happened, actually. That's how she was my consultant. She did a better job than, you hire these people, you pay them millions of dollars, they don't come up with crap. Takes a waitress from Las Vegas to give us some good ideas. And then we also gave you something that some of you are, especially if you're in the construction stuff, that I love. No tax on overtime. Last week, I'm building this big military complex, including a lot of different things, and some of the things I can't even talk about, although it's become very public, because like usual, everything I do, they get sued, but I win the suits. I think I've been sued more times than any human being in history. But it's unbelievable what's happening. It's a tremendous military complex, and for 150 years at the White House, we don't have a ballroom. We don't have a big space. You can seat like 80, 90 people. So we're building a ballroom that everybody's going to be the most beautiful ballroom. I don't care, Fertitta, what your ballroom is. This your ballroom? I'm telling you, Fertitta, that's going to be nice, sir. Much nice. But this is very nice. I want to be nice. But I'm building they wanted it for 150 years. And I was out, and they're really moving along. We're ahead of schedule. And it was a Sunday morning. They should be in church, so I don't want to get them in trouble. But there were a lot of men working on Sunday. There were a lot of men working late into the night. They work until 12 in the evening. They go till 12 in the evening. And this one morning, I went over and gathered a group of about 150 people, guys, some women, good workers, great people. And I said, "You got to love me, because you're making all this overtime working on Saturdays and Sundays and late. And there's no tax on overtime. Did everybody vote for me?" And they all said, "Yeah, I voted." No, you know what that is? A lot of people, the tax on overtime was so great they didn't even want to do it. Now they love doing it. There's a lot of work going on overtime. No tax on overtime. And then you maybe have the granddaddy of them all. No tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Right? And we made interest on car loans tax deductible, but only if the car's made in America. That's, people that are, let's call middle income, successful, but they never had, like Fertitta, they never had the advantage, or Phil Ruffin, they never had the advantage of a thing called deductions, right? A lot of rich people live on the word deduction. They've never had it. We give, so you buy a car, you borrow money, and you're now allowed to deduct, for income tax purposes, you're allowed to deduct the interest that you're paying on the loan. Nobody ever thought it. That was my baby. But only if the car's made here. If the car's made outside, we don't care about it. Yeah, we don't care. We don't want you to buy cars not made in it. We want to be made in America. Beautiful term. It's back. It's back. This past filing season, 440,000 tipped workers right here in Nevada saved an average of $10,000 on their taxes. Think of that. Just on the no tax on tips. So that means every worker saved, this is put out by the government, check it out. I always say that because they always try and get me. They say, "Oh, it wasn't 10,000. It was 9,912. Think of it, every worker made $10,000 more money. That's all because of the fact that I said I was going to do it, and I got it done. We got it done. The Republican Party got it done. And the Democrats will terminate it if they ever take office. They will terminate that. They were able to do that. We can't let that happen. 150,000 Nevada workers saved an average of more than $3,000 thanks to the no tax on overtime. So that's 10,000, 3,000. And 500,000 Nevada seniors, I didn't know you had that many seniors here, paid $0 on their Social Security benefits thanks to no tax on Social Security. It's a lot of money. But while the Trump administration and our allies in Congress, the Republican Party, they've done a great job. That bill is the greatest bill. I think it's one of the most impactful bills ever. You know, and it was supposed to be 17 different bills. And they said, I don't think we can, these are lunatics we're dealing with, the Democrats. I said, I don't think we'll ever get that many. Let's put everything into one. That's how we call it. It's actually called the one big, but I call it the great big because I like that term better. I named it the one big, and then I said, why didn't I call it the great big? But I use it all the time, great big. But that was all the great big beautiful bill. Governor, nobody thought we were going to get that passed. Everything was put in there for 4 years. I mean, it was basically, and now we're asking for more because, you know, we're greedy. Now we're asking for a lot of other things. A lot of other things are in the hopper. A lot of other good things, not bad things, good things for you. But in Congress, we're working every day to defend the American dream for you and your children. The radical left, the maniacs, they're trying to destroy it with the disaster known as not socialism, communism. It's communism. These are communists. And the polls were wrong again last night when they thought it would be a landslide victory for a hater of Jews and a hater of Israel. This guy hates Jews. Somebody said, oh, that's a little strong. No, he hates Jews and he hates Israel. Abdul el-Sayed. Can you believe this? This could only happen to me. Abdul el-Sayed, lovely gentleman. He's a man of hate. And now he's going around saying, no, I love everybody. He doesn't love everybody. Put him in office. You're going to find out what he loves. He doesn't love Israel. He doesn't love Jewish people. He hates them. He hates them with a passion that burns in his heart, and there's not a frickin' thing he can do about it. There's not a thing he can do about it because he hates them. And in Michigan, it was really very close. There's press, you know, the polls and the polls by the press. Oftentimes, the press hires the polls. They want to have it a certain way, but the polls got it really wrong because it was supposed to be a blowaway. And he almost lost. But he's going to lose to our great candidate. We have a great candidate in Michigan. Great candidate. But the socialist candidate ran up big margins against the communist candidate in Detroit. And I was saying that probably it's corrupt. You know, it's probably corrupt. I don't know who the hell they wanted. I couldn't care less. We do better. Actually, we do better against the communists, according to every poll. The poll says we do better against the communists. So he won, and so I think I'm happy. I put out a statement. Congratulations to the Republican Party. The communists want to take their ruinous and deadly ideology of misery and squalor to every state in America, but we're not going to let them. And I will say this, one of the things that I have seen with communism throughout the world, I see a lot of different places being president. I see a lot of results, too, a lot of bad results when you have the wrong people and the wrong ideology. But one of the things I see, and you see it here in the blue states run by Democrats, everything's filthy dirty all the time. The cities stink, they smell, the sidewalks are loaded with horrible stuff. I don't want to use the term because my wife will she hates it when I use the term. I use it, but she doesn't love it. She hates it when I imitate no men and women sports. She hates it when I do the weightlifting. She said, it's not presidential. I said, well, it may not be presidential, but I won the election in a landslide, so I don't know. Right? We won it. Good. Well, she's very elegant, you know. Melania says hello to everybody, by the way. But she's very, very elegant. She did a movie. It was, I think it's the #1 movie of the year. Can you believe it? But she's very elegant. She hates, as an example, at the end, we're finished. There's a lot of love in the room. Look, what's not to be loved? We have great borders. Our military is the greatest in the world, the strongest. We inherited a terrible mess. I inherited a mess from Obama, and I inherited, frankly, I rebuilt the military. But a lot of our military was badly jeopardized by Sleepy Joe Biden. I mean, they gave everything. They gave so much away. $350 billion, I would say, is a lot of money. Even for Dana White, that's a lot of money, you know? Gave away 350. I sell everything. They were willing to pay. It's the Europeans. They have plenty of money. They don't have a good military because they've relied on us too long. They can't. I told them you can't do that. NATO, but their military said, we will send you things, but you got to pay for them. They said, okay. Now Biden could have said the same thing. He gave everything for free, and it really messed things up. But fortunately, we have it so strong, and we've been building like never before. And it's all made in America. You know, it's all made. A lot of it's made right here. But on the communists, just listen to the official platform of the deranged communists. And these are the people running, and they're trying to run as a big danger to our country, whose agenda is now being championed by the Democrat members of the United States Congress. They have officially endorsed defunding the police, defunding the United States military, abolishing and giving up prisons. They do not want prisons because nobody deserves to be in prison, even a person that's killed 10 people. Abolishing ICE. They don't want ICE. ICE are among our greatest patriots. Remember that. And these guys, what they do, when they have to get Tren de Aragua from Venezuela. But now I love Venezuela, you know, I love it. We're doing great at Venezuela. We're taking a lot of oil from Venezuela, and we're getting along great with them. Billions and billions of barrels of oil is coming out of Venezuela. It's one of the most fertile places for oil in the world. And as you know, it was a 48-minute war, lasted 48 minutes. And we paid for the war with what we've taken out many, many, many times. Where have you heard that before? You haven't heard that before. It's the old-fashioned way, right? It's the old-fashioned way. To the victor belong the spoils, right? And we're doing the same thing, by the way, in the lovely Islamic Republic of Iran. We're knocking the hell out of it. Knocking the hell out of it. I'd rather make a deal because I don't want to kill people. I do not want to kill people. But at some point, we were set for the biggest attack of any attack, and we've hit them very hard for the last few months. But we were all set for the biggest attack since World War II. And they called me and they said, please don't do it, let's talk. And then they said, we never said that. You know what? The fake news knows they did say that, but we are talking, let's see what happens. But they respect us. They respect us. It's been 47 years, but really it's been 50 years because they've been saying 47 for 3 years. It's been 50 years. And no other president has done what you should have done a long time ago because Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Can't have it. But just last week, Kamala Harris called for eliminating the Electoral College. And she said she wants to pack the Supreme Court, and the number is 23 justices. We have 9. She wants Marxist judges who all stick together. You know, the Republican judges or justices don't stick together. They don't stick together. But these 3 people that they have, they're like blue. They never veer. And many like that, I must tell you, they're horrible for our country. It's too bad they're on. A couple of them just don't belong. I'd like to fire them. I'd fire them if I could. I'm just responding for the meeting. I'm just responding to them. They'll say, Trump wants to fire the judges. That'll be the... No, I'm just responding. I'm just responding. The man said, fire them, sir, fire them. The Communist platform also calls for legalizing heroin and fentanyl. And by the way, we have no fentanyl coming in by sea anymore, practically. None. Almost none. 97% down. Think of it. Coming by sea. They come by sea. They said, oh, this is so lovely out. They have their little boat loaded up with fentanyl, enough to kill 25,000 people a boat. That's what you have. Ruined families. So you don't feel as bad when you do what we did. But we hit them very hard. And we cut it. It was, you know, for years, people would go out. They'd have the Coast Guard, our great Coast Guard, go out, pull them over, bring them to court. The judge would look at them, let them go. They'd give them a little fine. They'd go back. They'd be on a boat the next day, the next night, doing the same thing. Bing, we hit them. That's it. We're down 97.2%. 97.2. Actually, people are trying to find out who are the 3%, because they are the bravest human beings on earth, okay? Maybe they just don't watch television or read the newspapers. Thank you very much. Thank you. But the radical left wants to ban a thing called gasoline. Gasoline. We have 1,000 years of gasoline, and it's what people prefer. And, you know, I ended the electric mandate. I don't want to talk about it because Elon wasn't exactly thrilled with me, but I had to do it. We love Elon. But I ended because it said that within a very short period of time, like 2030, everybody had to have an electric car, even though there was no way you could charge it. You ever see the signs you're driving along in an electric car? They have a disease, you know, it's a disease. It's called, like, they get screwed up, they're driving, and they realize their battery's getting low, and they start thinking about it when it's 3/4 full. Okay, it loses a little bit. They say, where am I going to? And you're driving down the highway, and you'll see a sign, electric charging station with an arrow, 89 miles to the right. These people are crazy. And I like electric cars. You know, we sell 7% of our car, despite all of the taxes and all of the things that we gave away, 7%. But the thing is, we have unlimited, we have more gasoline, but we have more oil and gas than any country in the world. Now you add Venezuela to it, add that, and we have 60% of the world's oil and gas, including Venezuela. Think of that. What a great thing. By the way, we have a great relationship, I want to tell you, with Venezuela. They've been great. But the Communist platform calls for full amnesty and voting rights for 25 to 50 million illegal aliens. That's probably why they allowed them in, because they want them to vote. And actually, I won the Hispanic vote. Can you believe it? I won the Hispanic vote. So they may have misplayed that. They support allowing American military service members to be arrested, given show trials, and imprisoned by foreign globalist tribunals controlled by our enemies. They allow our soldiers to be arrested and tried in a foreign land and put in jail for the rest of that soldier's life. Doesn't happen anymore. And in Wisconsin, the communists even have a woman who said that the holiday of Thanksgiving should be immediately abolished, and the police only exist to, quote, uphold white supremacy, that the police are there for white person. Think of it. White supremacy. These people are dangerous, and frankly, they're lunatics. They're crazy, and we can't let them get into office. Communism is the greatest threat to our country in its history, including even World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor, 9/11. I think it's the greatest threat. I could be the greatest communist in history. I tell everybody here, would you like a free house? We'll take one from your neighbor. Would you like free rent? We'll take it from whoever. We'll take your building away from the landlord that makes 2%, and we'll run the building ourselves. What they don't say, and what Republicans should say, is that at the end of a year, you'll have nothing but death, squalor, poverty, you'll have a life of hell. And that's what happens every single time. You look at Venezuela, where it was such a rich country 20 years ago, 22 years ago, and it happened, and we've really helped them, and we're going to help them. But you know, they're lucky because they're sitting on massive oil reserves. But we are going to help the people that we want to help. But every time this has happened, and you do that, you go through squalor, and add the word again: filth, crime, death, destruction, embarrassment. You lose your home, you lose your apartment, and that's where the communists will take us 100%. When I watch Abdul, he's full of shit. So, if you remember, during my State of the Union speech from a little while ago, I made a very strong statement. I said that America will never be a socialist country. And I was right. What I didn't say is what they're trying to do. They want to skip socialism. They want to go right down to the bottom of the barrel. That's communism. They want it to be a communist country. We're not letting them have it as a communist country, not even for a minute. Not even for a minute. Together we will defeat communism, socialism, and Marxism in America once and for all. It's defeated. It's going to go down. It always goes down, but sometimes it takes a lot of people with it. It takes too long. You got to nip it in the bud. The Democrat communists in Congress claim to stand for working people, but every single one voted against our tax cuts. They voted against securing the border. They wanted open borders. The Democrats voted against securing the border. They want to raise your taxes to levels that you've never had to pay before. Remember this. They want to raise your taxes. You know, all my life I've been watching politics, and I never knew I'd be doing this. Who the hell ever thought I'd be doing it? But all my life I've been watching, and every politician, Democrat, Republican, they always said, we will cut your taxes, even if they didn't have any intention of doing it. They always say it. You know, I said, that guy is lying. He's not telling the truth. But I'd watch, we will cut your tax. These guys say we will raise your tax. They say we're going to raise your taxes. I never heard of anything. And then they actually get votes. The whole thing is crazy. But they voted against no tax on tips. They voted against no tax on overtime. They voted against no tax on Social Security. But when I say voted against, 100%. There wasn't one Democrat that voted in favor of these incredible things like voter ID and proof of citizenship. They voted against that, even though the actual Democrats, think of it, the Democrats want it. You know who doesn't want it? The politicians, because they'll never get elected again. If you had fair and strong elections, they would lose 25% of their base. They would never be elected again. And I'm trying to explain that to Republicans, but some of them don't quite understand it. They don't understand it because they're good people. They're good people. They don't know how crooked these people are. I've dealt with a lot of crooked people in my life. They don't know how bad these people are. We got to get the Republicans to be tougher, especially in the Senate, especially in our Senate. Got to get the senators in there. They got to be tough. But they voted in favor of the transgender mutilization of your children. And they voted in favor of men and women's sports. Can you imagine? But while the Democrat communists are voting to destroy America, we're making our country safer, stronger, far more successful than it has ever been before. It's more successful than it's ever been before. One of the most important parts of our great, big, beautiful bill is the Trump accounts, giving every child a tax-free investment. It's an account, and It's really giving them a head start on the American dream so that, and it's become overwhelmingly close to 8 million people have already been signed up. Every newborn baby gets $1,000 deposited in their Trump account at birth. That's right out of the federal government. $1,000, you baby, $1,000. And generous individuals like Michael and Susan Dell Computer, go out and buy a Dell computer. Brad Gerstner, Micron, Apple, so many companies. They go out there spending billions and billions of dollars. Michael and Susan put up $6,250 million, and now he wants to do it again. He says it's the greatest thing he's ever done. It's great. And others. We have a man, he's taken over the state, all the children. He's putting in the state of Indiana, great state, putting $1,000 into all of these young children. Think of it. A child, in many cases, they're born into pretty close to poverty, or they're poor. They don't have money. They start off with 1,000, and it's going to duplicate, and they can end up with $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 if the market, what, like for the last year, the market, you'd end up with $1 million. But let's not count on that, because other people will take my place, and they'll screw it up 100%. But think of what you're doing for those children. You know, they'd have no money at all at 18, and now they'll have hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a great thing and very popular. And that's all because of the great big beautiful bill. We had to get that approved. And again, not one Democrat, the only way we could do it, we had to get a unified Republican Party, because we didn't get one Democrat vote for the great big beautiful bill where these children are given $1,000 at birth. We couldn't get them to vote. You know why? Because they thought it was a great idea. They wish they thought of it. You know why? Because they have Trump derangement syndrome. That's why. Because they're sick. There's something wrong with them. Remember at the State of the Union when I was saying, you know, introducing a great war hero, 104 years old, he fought in World War II and this, and they sat like they never moved. I introduced the helicopter pilot who was so brave he had his leg practically shot off in Venezuela, landing the troops in Venezuela, big Chinook helicopter, loaded up with many, many troops. I'm not supposed to say how many, but a lot. And it had to land in a certain spot, or the whole thing could have been a Jimmy Carter disaster. You remember that? We don't want Jimmy Carter disasters. We don't have that. And he's landing, this good, handsome guy. You saw him, got the Congressional Medal of Honor. We gave it to him. But remember, I introduced him, told him how brave he was. His leg was practically shot off because it was shot from underneath a machine gun, from right underneath the helicopter. It was very close to the ground, and he kept it going. And they ended up getting this. He turned it, and the snipers got him. Oh, the whole thing was crazy. But that they can do this is incredible. So I'm presenting him with he saved all those lives and made this attack. We went in and got Maduro. Within 30 minutes, the whole thing was over. In a military base with thousands of soldiers, 219 guys went in, and a few women, by the way, tough. They're tougher than any of the men sitting in the front row, and I know those men. They went in, and they got him. They got Maduro. They got his wife, because she was as bad as him. And they took him out, and he was protected by steel doors. This was the middle of a military base. This was all steel. What they did is incredible. So I'm introducing him for the Congressional Medal of Honor, and the Republicans and everybody else in the room stands up, and they're going wild. Just a very brave guy. They say people that fly helicopters, because you fly them with your feet, more or less. And here's a guy with a leg that's practically falling off. And so I'm introducing him, and the Republicans go on. The Democrats, remember, just sat like this. Remember? But something happened, because they were getting killed. Every person I introduced was the same. The mother of the young girl from North Carolina who had her throat slit from the back by an animal because the governor allowed that guy to be free. The governor who's now running for the Senate. That man should not be able to be elected. Vote for Michael Whatley, by the way, he's great. The governor allowed that animal, and he cut her from behind, cut her neck like nothing. She was almost dead immediately. It's on tape. It's on tape, and the thing takes forever to try. Can you imagine? Here it is on tape. They'll probably find a good reason. They get some nice liberal lawyer to say, he was badly abused. He should go free, you know. But think of it. Think of it. Think of how sick these people are to let a guy like that out, and they shouldn't allow that governor. You know, that was worse than Willie Horton. You remember Willie Horton? This was Willie Horton, modern day. And that guy, that governor, shouldn't be allowed to run for governor because crime in North Carolina under him went through the roof. And he shouldn't be allowed. Michael Whatley should be your governor. But we're pleased to be joined today by two loving parents, Sandra and Brad, from right here in Las Vegas, two great people. Sandra's a waitress in a nearby casino. Maybe we'll get her a job over here. And Brad is a hard-working Las Vegas metropolitan police officer. And together they save thousands of dollars thanks to no tax on tips and no tax on overtime. And they're investing their money into Sandra's education and Trump accounts, where they just bought Trump accounts for their two young children. So Sandra and Brad, please come up, wherever you may be. Please come up. Come on up. Don't worry about Secret Service. Come on up. That's great. That's a beautiful family. Oh, great. Please say something. It's my honor.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's truly an honor. It's truly an honor to stand here before you and speak. Sorry, excuse me. I have a little mumbling going on right now. I'm so sorry. No, he's going to take off. Thank you. Thank you. Truly, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be here today. Thank you so much for all that you've done enacting these policies that help our family and the families of millions of hardworking Americans. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've worked in the service industry for 15 years when I first moved here to this beautiful city of Las Vegas. I had 3 jobs working for tips. Working for tips has been my livelihood, and policies like these are truly incredible. Yes, thank you, sir. Every dollar saved truly helps, Mr. President. Thank you. And it all goes to them. You know, they're truly my why, my kids. Every dollar counts with children, and we're so grateful for the ability to open the Trump accounts for ours. We're gifted the very generous contribution, the $1,000, and able to start the same for my son. And he did want to say a little something to you, Mr. President.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for my Trump account.
Thank you for my Trump account.
Thank you. Thank you for all that you're doing, Mr. President. Thank you. It's truly an honor.
You did a good job.
Thank you so much.
And you did.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's truly an honor.
Thank you. Be careful.
Thank you.
Bye, honey. Take care of Mom. Take care of Mom, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's so nice. Also with us is a foreman with the Teamsters Local 631, Curtis King. Curtis works 96 hours a week and earns 65% of his income from overtime. When he filed taxes this year, he expected that he'd owe over $11,000 instead of going back, and he didn't know what to do. And Curtis, why don't you come up and tell your story real quickly, if you could. Come on up here, Curtis. I love the Teamsters. Come on up here, Curtis.
To the unions. We don't all get tips, no. But we do work long hours, hard hours. 96 hours a week, yeah, most of the times I'm not up on current affairs. I don't have a clue what's going on the planet. But I can tell you what's going on in Las Vegas. I can tell you where the shows are. I can tell you we fill the beds in this city. And we love every minute of it. And I thank you for allowing us to keep this money that we worked so hard for. Yeah, I just gone through a divorce and given up everything, but the fact that I got so much back on my taxes, I still was able to buy a new house. Put her in one, too. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Curtis. Now, we're also pleased to be joined by many Nevada patriots, including your Governor, Joe Lombardo. He's done a good job. Joe, come up real fast. Come on up here, Joe. Come on up, Joe.
Well, you get to see me twice in one day. So, you know what? I just want to build on what the president has been opining about here in the last 4 hours. He cares about America, right? You know, quite often when the press and the media runs him down, they think about, you know, he's taking care of his billionaire friends. But those billionaire friends provide jobs. And unless you take care of them, those jobs are absent. And the government doesn't have the ability to hand out infinite amounts of money. That's not how economies work. That's why they're pushing socialism so hard. But President Trump has changed that whole mindset, and America is that much greater because of his efforts. And it's not lost on me, no tax on tips benefits more people in the state of Nevada than anywhere else in the United States. So when people talk to me about Donald Trump, I'm proud to say he loves Nevada. And you love him too, right? There you go. So I'm going to leave you with this. Remember what I said on my way out earlier. Get out to vote. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Joe. And thanks to all of the true warriors. And I tell you, we have some great people. Adriana Guzman Freilich, your candidate for Attorney General, is doing fantastically well. Thank you, Adriana. A very special man. I wish you'd get him in office because he's incredible. I've known him so long, and he's got to get in. He just has to. He had a big victory, just a really big victory with spending very little money because everyone respects him. Jim Marchant, he's a candidate for Secretary of State. David Flippo, candidate for Congress, who's doing really well. Thank you, David. Marty O'Donnell, candidate for Congress, who I hear is doing incredibly. Thank you. Thank you, Marty. Good job. State Senator Carrie Buck, candidate for Congress. Thank you, Carrie. And let me also recognize the CEO and chairman of Red Rock Resorts, Frank Fertitta, and his brother, Lorenzo. They are amazing. And their families are incredible. Beautiful family. Perfect. They have perfect everything. They have beautiful families, I can tell you. And my really good friend who I mentioned before, Phil Ruffin, and his incredible wife, Alexandra. Please stand up, Phil. And a handsome actor named Dean Cain, who's been with us from the beginning. Right from the beginning, Dean. Thank you, Dean. And a Las Vegas icon, and he's a big television sensation. His show went on, it did great. Rick Harrison. Rick, thank you. Been a long time, too. And a friend of mine, and he was with me in good times and bad times, and I've been with him in good times and bad times. But he's a fantastic person. I actually went to his Broadway show, and everybody smiled at him doing a Broadway show, and he was actually fantastic. I've seen a lot of Broadway shows, and he was fantastic. The legendary Mike Tyson. Thank you, Mike. Beautiful wife, great couple. Thank you, Mike. Thank you both for being here. Under the Trump administration, Nevada is prospering. Again, you're prospering like you haven't done in many, many years. And America is winning again because we're once again putting America first. It's very simple. We're putting our country first. Every single day, we're liberating our communities from the scourge of migrant crime. You saw what happened last week in Spain, where 60,000 migrants stampeded against the border, invaded and occupied the town, attacked innocent citizens, and rioted in the streets. And that's what communists want for America. That's what they were doing to us. Frankly, as bad as that looked, and it looked bad, what they did to us during Biden was worse, and they want to do it again. They want to do it again. The people of Nevada aren't going to let it happen, and your president's not going to let it happen. And so important. And again, we have the strongest border in the history of our country. But right here in Las Vegas, ICE recently arrested an illegal migrant who brutally stabbed and tried to murder his two roommates. He was violent. In Lyon County, ICE arrested an illegal alien convicted of 2 counts of sexually assaulting a child. He was vicious as you could be. The police almost didn't, and they are great. Our law enforcement, we have to have a hand for law enforcement. They said this was so bad, they almost didn't know what to do, but they did know. They take him away. That's why under the Trump administration, we will always stand with ICE and Border Patrol and law enforcement. We will always stand strong with law enforcement. And we're also kicking all of these millions of illegal aliens off of our welfare. And it's part of the war on fraud led by our great Vice President, J.D. Vance. He's doing a great job. And as illegal aliens go home, the cost of rent, groceries, and other staples is coming down very fast. Our costs are coming way down. You know, they talk about affordability. I took over the country. The prices were through the roof. In my first day, the press said, "What are you going to do about affordability?" It was a word they devised, affordability. They never used that word before. They said eggs are way too high, 4 times higher than they were in my administration. I said, "Tell me about eggs. Give me a little description of what you..." I was there one day. I had just won the election. It was January 21st, one day after I gave one day where I didn't do a press conference. Biden would go a whole year without doing a press conference for obvious reasons, for very obvious reasons. But we've been bringing down prices. And as soon as this situation ends with Iran, oil is going to go down to the floor, gasoline's going to go down, and we will have completed something in a short period of time. That is a miracle. But remember, we inherited the worst inflation in the history of our country. You got to remember that. And we took it over. What a mess it was. And we're bringing down prices, and we brought down prices and nobody can believe what's going on. And when oil goes down, and it's going to go down very rapidly, and it's happening very soon, already happening. If you look, today it's $75 down to 75. It's dropping. And we may have to send it up again. We may have to, you know what happens when we send it up, but we hope we don't have to. But when that oil and gasoline go down, everything else follows. But we've done a great job in reducing prices, and we've done an unbelievable job in making our country really, really respected and successful again. But under my most favored nation policy on drug prices, just to finish up, we're delivering the largest prescription drug price cuts in the history of our country, with price differences of 400, 500, and 600%. You know, my first term, I was the only president that over a one-year period, I got the prices down. They came down a little bit from January to the end of December. And I'll tell you how much they came down, 1/8%. Now you hear price differences of 500, 600, 700%. That alone should win us the midterms, because that has an impact on everything. And the Democrats will go back to the policies they gave you. We had the highest prices for prescription drugs of any country in the world, and now we have the lowest because of one person, happens to be the President of the United States. And in just 18 months, we've turned this country completely around. Our border is secure. Jobs are up. Inflation is down. Investment is pouring in like never before. Factories are opening. Our military is more powerful than it has ever been. America is back, and our greatest victories are still to come. We are having victory, and we're going to keep it that way, victory after victory. And with the help of our Republican majorities in Congress, we will crush violent crime, impose harsh new penalties on dangerous repeat offenders, crack down on Marxist prosecutors and rogue judges who are a horror show for our country. And we will end the thing that probably started this big crime wave, no cash bail. No cash bail. We will pass the Great Health Care Plan. It's called the Great Health Care Plan, to stop all payments to big insurance companies and give the money directly to the people. They give billions and billions of dollars because the big health insurance companies and insurance companies, they're totally controlled by the Democrats. We want to give the money not to the insurance companies, but to the people, and you go out and you buy your own health care, and you have money left over. You have better health care and money left over. And finally, we will pass the Save America Act to defend American elections. Thank you. Thank you. Remember, we didn't have one Democrat vote, not one for that, not one. All voters must show photo ID. All voters must provide proof of citizenship. And hopefully at a later date, there'll be no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military deployment, or travel. And we will also enshrine in permanent law no men and women's sports and no transgender surgery on our children. So, ladies and gentlemen, and you are indeed great people. You're the people that built our country. But ladies and gentlemen of Nevada, the golden age of America is upon us. We're in the golden age. We're doing things that nobody ever thought possible. And together with your help and patriots all across this magnificent land have been so unbelievable in what's taken place. You're part of it's a miracle. What's taken place is, some people call it a miracle. We call it good government. But we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Nevada. Thank you very much. We love you. God bless you. God bless you.